What's up, guys? It's your boy Tito once again, Candyman.
And it's your best friend, Baz! Hello, everybody!
Hi, guys. So a few days ago, we were just in
Boracay!
Yes. For this video, we'll just discuss how we were able to go there. What are the procedures to go there? Is it open in the first place? And is it safe to go there? Yeah, so that will be the topic for this video. And on another video, we'll discuss what are the things that you can do in Boracay, and I'll put it right here.
Yes, go watch that as well.
Yeah, watch that. So just for today, let's discuss the procedures. What are the steps to go to Boracay, and yeah, how were we able to go there? Kasi ang daming nagtatanong. So we just want to share this video to you guys. So the first thing you should do is number 1.
Secure your flight going to Boracay.
Okay, so the first thing you need to do is book a flight going to Caticlan.
Exactly. Remember, it has to be to Caticlan and from Caticlan, meaning pagpabalik na kayo. Because if you book your flight going to Calibo, hindi kayo papasukin because you are not a local or a resident of Caticlan. So, it's really Caticlan that you should go to because that is a designated entry port for local tourists going into Boracay.
And step number 2 is
to get tested for an RT-PCR or a saliva test. There are 2 important things to remember here. The first thing is that it should be within 72 hours from your flight. And number 2 is to make sure that you get tested in DOT Accredited Hospital, laboratories, or clinics.
Okay, so what are the accredited hospitals? We'll drop the link on the description down below. Okay, so logically, no, you would have yourself tested before you actually book a flight. But because of the 48-hour span, 72 to 48-hour span of having yourself tested, if confident ka naman na negative ka talaga, it's of course better for you to book your flight ahead of time. Kasi alam mo naman sa Pilipinas, mas mura if you book your flight ahead of time. And to make sure also na hindi fully booked yung flight. Kasi nag-negative ka nga, tapos wala ka namang flight na mabili. So, you can do the step 1 or step 2 depending, interchangeable depending on your preference.
Now, we're gonna share with you a tip that we did because this, of course, getting a test and getting a test is an added expense to your travel, and this is a need. Kailangan to in order to get into Boracay. So what we did was we applied for the 50%
off subsidy. DOT provides subsidy to travelers just to promote local tourism. Kasi alam niyo naman, during the pandemic, we've been more than a year in quarantine already. May mga, di ba, parang na-stunt yung tourism sa Philippines. So just to incentivize you guys to travel, may mga subsidy tayo to avail, that we can avail for us to travel.
And you can avail through 2 hospitals lang. One is PGH, which you need to pay for 900 pesos, yun na yung 50% off price. Or sa PCMC na 750 pesos. So, if your flight falls on the tube stay, please select PCMC because they don't have, PGH doesn't have any testing on a Sunday, no?
Yeah, and I know we said within 72 hours, but it's always safer to have yourself tested in 2 days time rather than 3 days time.
Alright, so now we'll walk you through what happened when we applied for the 50% off. So the first thing that we did was we went to the website, which is tpb.gov.ph, and we will link it down below also. Once we got there to that website, we just selected which hospital we wanted to get the test from, and we decided to go to PGH because it's nearer our place. And then once we clicked that, we submitted and filled up all the forms. Medyo mahaba siya, pero tiisin nyo lang. You just need to make sure na correct and accurate ang information nyo. So when you do this test, make sure meron kayong 2 valid government IDs, ha? 2, hindi isa, ngunit 2. And make sure, nako, ito important, make sure that each person that mag-a-apply for the 50% off will use one unique email address. So, ibig sabihin, one person, one unique email address. Huwag niyo pong gawin na isang email lang para sa buong pamilya o sa buong tropang pupuntang Boracay kasi kung sino lang yung unang nag-submit using that email, yun yung i-accredit or yun yung i-acknowledge ni PGH, no? So, syempre, yung share namin sa inyo is our process with PGH. We don't know the process with PCMC. So, check it out na lang on how you can do that. So, once you submit it, what we experienced was within 12 hours, nag-reply naman si PGH to all our different emails na nakalagay approved yung application namin. And nakalagay din sa email that they will email us again 2 days before our flight, the schedule on when we will get tested. So, nandun yung date, nandun din yung time, tapos may additional link sila that they asked us to fill up. That link naman is specifically for the processing or yung parang information that PGH needs in order for us to get tested. Now, you may have to make sure na accurate na yung information nyo doon because doon din mag-rely sa PGH na mga certain information that they need to know about you.
Alright. So, once again, guys, you need to have yourself tested within 72 hours, but of course, you do the processing of the subsidy before pa, diba? So, mga 5 days, 6 days before. Okay, so step number 3.
Right, step number 3 is to make sure that you secure your bookings, reservation in an accredited hotel in Boracay. So, saan nyo mahanap yung accredited hotel? It's also going to be linked down below. Make sure po ha, before you book, i-check nyo because regularly ina-update niya yung DOT.
Okay, step number 4 is to register for an S-Pass.
Yes.
Okay, so what is an S-Pass?
Alright, so it's really, S-Pass stands for Safe, Swift, and Smart Passage. So this one you need to apply going to your website again, which will be linked down below. So once you submit this, you just need to make sure that you take a print screen of it, keep a copy of it because you need it and you need to attach that in the next step.
Alright, and step number 5.
Alright, so this time, you need to get your results muna from PGH or whatever accredited laboratory or hospital or clinics na negative ang result mo dun sa saliva test or dun sa RT-PCR test nyo. So once you get that result,
fill out the health declaration form. So just visit www.touristboracay.com and select Boracay. Once you do this, you just need to fill out all the forms. Remember, you will be disclosing personal information in order to get your health declaration form.
Now, you need to email all your documents to touristboracay@gmail.com. Tapos, ang subject, important ha, dapat ito yung mismong subject nyo. OHBC your family name your first name and attach the following document. The following documents are,
of course, your RT-PCR test results showing that you're negative.
Correct. The next one is your confirmed flight booking. Now, within the 72 hours of your RT-PCR test or saliva test.
And of course, your hotel reservation from their accredited hotels.
And then, proof of your identification with your Philippine address, either a passport, your driver's license, and yung mga normal, basta valid government ID. And of course, the copy of your S-Pass. So, kahit pending yung S-Pass nyo, basta may nakalagay, basta screenshot nyo, i-attach nyo, i-acknowledge naman yan ng Tourist Boracay. And remember, when you put in your confirmed flight booking and your hotel reservation, make sure tama yung head count ha. Kasi diba, minsan may ibang tao magbubook ng hotel for 2 people lang, pero 4 silang pupunta, binibilang din po yan ng Tourist Boracay, no? So kung 4 kayo, dapat 4 din yung booking ng hotel. So once you attach all of that, you can just send it to touristboracay@gmail.com. Now, a little tip here, please make sure that you use 1 email per person attaching all those documents. Some people said na pwede daw 1 email for the whole family, pero kami kasi we did it individually or unique email for each person. So, sundin nyo na lang yun para masigurado. For good measure lang yung ginawa namin ngayon. Alright? And then, step 6, once you submit all of it, waiting game ka na. This time, you need to wait for your tourist QR code na i-email back sa inyo ni touristboracay@gmail.com. And this one is actually one of the most important document that you need to have. This is the health declaration form with your QR code. Alright? And normally, within 2 hours, makaka-receive na kayo ng email from touristboracay.com. Kung hindi kayo maka-receive within 2 hours, make sure you follow up because most probably they might need you to submit some other documents. Yan. Alright?
So the QR code is very important kasi you need to show this several times sa airport, when you check in, when you
Sa seaport.
Sa seaport, when you already land in Boracay, you need to show it also sa airport doon. Pag mag-tricycle ka, kailangan mo ipakita yung health declaration form.
Right.
So you can have it sa phone naman, but it's better if you have it printed kasi it's always easier to have like a hard copy rather than scan through your phones kasi lagi siyang hinahanap everywhere.
Yes.
So have it printed na lang.
Yeah, and sometimes even when you're just walking around Boracay, sometimes, the marshals or the police might even ask you to show it also. So it's better to have a hard copy and a mobile copy. And that actually is all the steps. Normally, sabihin namin, the last step is really just to pack and quarantine kasi syempre, kung dadating yung results mo within 2 days from your flight, you might as well make sure na nasa bahay ka lang, huwag ka nang lumabas para, there's lesser chance of you being in contact with somebody who might have the COVID virus, right? And so, just pack, stay at home, and wait, and be excited for your flight.
And then once you're done with all your prerequisites, ito na, pupunta ka na ng Boracay, day na ng flight mo, what are the things that you need to do? So first, of course, you need to go get to the airport. Yung check-ins are, at least for Boracay, hindi ka na mag-go through the machine. You need to check in directly sa counter because you need to show them, again, your health declaration form, my QR code, and also your negative results for COVID-19, and of course your IDs. So you need to be at the airport at least 2 hours before your flight because mas marami kasi yung procedures ngayon. So it's safe if you're there early rather than late, diba? And then, of course, papasok ka na, mag-aantay ka sa airport, and then sa boarding area, and then lilipad na yung plane. And then once you arrive in Boracay, the things that you need to do, again, you need to be prepared with printed copies of your health declaration form, which nandun yung tourist QR code mo, your negative PCR results. So once you land, you need to show it right away dun sa airport ng Katiklan. Diba? And then
your approved booking,
your
flight
approved
booking,
and also your hotel, and all the documents basically, they need to see it sa Katiklan pa lang. And then once you leave the airport, you need to book a tricycle naman. Dun ulit sa tricycle, they need to see your health declaration again. Parang pinakita mo na kanina, papakita mo ulit. So again, that's why it's important to have a printed copy para you don't need to scan your phone pa ulit-ulit kasi they really need to see it over and over again. Alright? And then, after which, so mag-tricycle ka na
to the seaport.
To the seaport, that's around how much?
150 pesos per trike. For
trike.
Maximum of 2 people in a trike.
So, dalawa lang pwede sumakay sa trike ngayon because, of course, of the social distancing measures that we need to do. Diba? So, pagdating mo ng port, going to Boracay, kasi from Katiklan ka nag-land, diba? Tapos pupunta ka pa ng Boracay. So, so sa island, so meron pang
environmental
ferries na magte-take sa iyo doon. So, once you get to the port, you need to show again your health declaration,
negative,
your negative results, and then yun. Ano ba yung step doon, Des?
So once you get to the port, you just need to go to the counter and pay 290 pesos. That includes already the environmental fee, isa pang local fee, and also the fee for the ferry or the boat itself. So total no 290 pesos. pesos.
Right, and then that will take you to the island, to the island of Boracay. Then once you arrive at the island of Boracay, of course, you have to travel again via tricycle wearing your face mask. And then they will take you to your hotel.
Yes.
And how much yung fee doon, guys?
The minimum is 150 pesos if that's the e-trike, but what we used was like a van. So it became 250 pesos. Yun. So just a little tip for people who are traveling from Boracay, from Manila to Boracay, and who have been asking mag-DIY na lang ba kami from the airport all the way to the island. Our suggestion is kung may budget ka naman, you might as well do the transfers, which might be a little bit more expensive kasi syempre meron yung parang service fee for those who are helping you. But from our experience, madali lang naman mag-DIY kasi very clear yung mga instructions and steps pagdating mo ng Katiklan Airport.
Yeah, and yung mga tao dun, very sila, parang trained na sila to tell you what to do. So actually parang sundan mo lang yung mga ibang tao dun. Kasi there will always be people telling you what to do. Ma'am, dito na. Sir, dito na. Right? Now, to answer the question, is it safe going to Boracay? Well, I can't definitively say na it's 100% safe, no? Like, kasi syempre the virus is invisible. We cannot see it, and we're still in a pandemic naman talaga. So, there are measures, so in a way we feel safe because of the procedures that you have to go through, that everyone has to be tested before getting inside Boracay, and of course the locals there naman nandun lang sila, so in a way you feel a little bit safer, but of course there are still possibilities for you to contact the virus, kasi syempre you have 72 hours before going to a flight, so maybe someone went out or came in contact, baka posibleng sa airport mismo, di ba? Or going to the airport. So there are possibilities. It's not 100% foolproof safe. The best thing pa rin is to stay at home. But of course, this is if you're willing to take the risk naman. So if you're willing to take the risk, just do the necessary precautions. Wear a mask all the time. Wear a face shield.
Social distancing.
Do social distancing. Wash your hands all the time. Keep yourself sanitized. So just do the necessary precautions. While you're in Boracay naman, you're still required to wear masks. Face shield isn't required sa beach area. But of course, if you ride the tricycle or you get inside establishments like Watson's, you're of course required to wear a face shield because in the Philippines, face shield is a requirement. So, just pag nagsiswim ka, hindi mo kailangan mag-mask. But as soon as lalabas ka na sa tubig, make sure to wear a mask. Just take the necessary precautions, and of course prayers. Prayers talaga very important.
That's true.
Hopefully you won't come into contact with someone. But again, it's relatively safe because everyone who gets inside Boracay are tested.
Yes, it's true. And also there are marshals all over the island, right? Even habang nagsiswimming, meron talaga nag-walk ng mga police on the beach reminding people, please wear your mask, mag-social distancing. So that is also nice. It adds a layer of feeling of being protected on the island as well. And we truly enjoyed our stay with our family, of course, that we went there. It was a refreshing time to be on the beach and somehow, it's important to somehow adapt to this new normal that we have, because I'm sure we'll never go back to what it was in 2019 in a way. So it's really just adapting and also being very careful, not only for yourself, but also for other people. Remember, these are requirements to go inside Boracay. So if you plan to go to other open tourist spots in the Philippines, iba ang requirements based on the locals, diba? Local government there. And remember, this is as of July 2021. So ito yung requirements as of July 2021.
Alright, so those are the steps to go to Boracay. And of course, again, please take the necessary precautions. for everyone's safety. It's not just for you, but for others as well, diba? So yun, and with that, watch out for our next video. The next video naman, we're gonna discuss what we did in Boracay, or what are the activities that you can do in Boracay. So the link will be flashed somewhere right here. Alright, and without further ado, this has been Candyman
and best friend. Bye, guys.